The war lasted 47 days. Thousands entered, only one walked out. And somehow, that's you. You don't remember when the shooting started. You only remember the bodies, the smoke, the helicopters, the blood running through the streets like rainwater. Every cartel wanted the throne. Every cartel thought they would win. They were all wrong, because now you're the last survivor. Level 1. The City of Ghosts. You wake up to silence, not peace. Silence, the kind that comes after absolute destruction. No gunfire, no engines, no voices, just wind. You climb onto a rooftop. The city stretches for miles, burned vehicles, collapsed buildings, black smoke rising from distant fires. The war is over. You just don't know who won. Then you see it. A cartel flag hanging from a government building. You move closer. Wrong flag. 2 streets later. Another flag, different cartel. Another block, different again. Nobody won. Everyone lost. You search abandoned checkpoints. Most are empty. Some still contain bodies. Others contain something worse. Evidence, maps, lists, names, operations. The entire criminal empire is scattered across the city. And every remaining faction wants it. You hear an engine. First vehicle you've heard all morning. You hide. A convoy appears. 5 armored trucks. Different cartel insignia. Still alive. The war isn't finished. You just survived the first round. Level 2. The hunt begins. By sunset, rumors spread. The last survivor exists. Nobody knows your name. Nobody knows your face. But everyone knows one thing. You were there. You saw everything. And that makes you valuable. The first bounty appears. $50,000. Then $100,000. Then $500,000. Dead or alive. The cartels don't want revenge. They want information. Who betrayed who? Who hid the money? Where are the weapons? Who survived? You know pieces of every answer. Enough to be dangerous. You steal a radio. Voices fill the airwaves. Commanders arguing. Hit squads mobilizing. Roadblocks expanding. The city is becoming a cage, and you're trapped inside. Night falls. You move through abandoned tunnels. Every shadow looks alive. Every sound feels wrong. Then you hear footsteps. Not one person, several. Searching, methodical, professional. A kill team. You hold your breath. The flashlights pass inches away. One wrong movement. One loose stone. One cough. And it's over. The footsteps fade. For now. Level 3. The treasure of the dead. The next morning changes everything. Inside a ruined warehouse, you find a hidden room. Inside the room, cash, mountains of it, stacks reaching the ceiling. Hundreds of millions. Enough money to start countries. Enough money to start wars. Enough money to finish one. Most people would take it. You don't. Because money isn't the real prize. The real prize is hidden beneath it. Documents, encrypted drives, transaction records, proof. Every secret deal. Every politician bought. Every officer bribed. Every shipment moved. This isn't treasure. It's leverage. The most dangerous weapon in the country. And now it's in your hands. The moment you leave the warehouse, everything changes. Somebody saw you. Within hours, the bounty doubles, then triples, then explodes. You're no longer a witness. You're the target. Level 4. The Predators. The first hunters arrive at dawn. Former soldiers, mercenaries, assassins. Men who have spent their lives tracking people. And now they're tracking you. You abandon roads. You abandon vehicles. You disappear into places nobody wants to go. Sewers, tunnels, collapsed neighborhoods, the forgotten parts of the city. Still they keep coming. One sniper nearly ends everything. A single bullet shatters the wall beside your head. You run. Another shot. Closer. Another. Closer still. The city becomes a maze. Stairwells, alleys, rooftops, broken windows. You jump between buildings. Concrete crumbles beneath your feet. One mistake means death. But somehow, you keep moving. Because surviving has become instinct. And instinct is all you have left. Level 5. The truth. Days later, you discover something impossible. The war wasn't accidental. It wasn't chaos. It wasn't greed. It was planned. Every betrayal, every assassination, every attack. Someone orchestrated it. Someone wanted every cartel destroyed. Someone wanted the criminal world reset. And now only one witness remains. You. The final piece of evidence. The final loose end. The final survivor. And whoever started the war is still alive. Waiting. Level 6. The man behind the war. The clue leads north, toward the richest district in the city. The one place untouched by the war. No burned buildings, no bullet holes, no chaos, just luxury. Perfect lawns, perfect cars, perfect silence. Something feels wrong. You break into an abandoned mansion. Inside you find surveillance footage, hundreds of screens, hundreds of recordings. Every major cartel leader, every meeting, every deal, every assassination. Someone was watching everything, for years. Then you find a face, not a cartel boss, not a soldier, not a politician, a businessman, the kind nobody notices, the kind nobody suspects. His name appears everywhere. Bank transfers, encrypted messages, secret agreements. Every road leads back to him. The war wasn't about territory. It wasn't about drugs. It wasn't about power. It was about consolidation. Destroy every rival, create a vacuum, control what's left. One man engineered the bloodiest cartel war in history. And now he knows you're getting close. Level 7. The city turns against you. The bounty reaches $10 million. The entire city changes overnight. Nobody trusts anyone. Every stranger becomes a threat. A shopkeeper studies your face. A taxi driver asks too many questions. A child points in your direction. Paranoia spreads like wildfire. You stop sleeping. You stop resting. Every second matters. Then the broadcasts begin. Your image appears everywhere. Wanted posters, phone alerts, radio announcements. A reward larger than most people will earn in a lifetime. Suddenly everyone becomes a hunter. Not because they hate you, because they need the money. You move only at night. Even then, danger follows. One evening, a group corners you inside an abandoned factory. They think you're trapped. They think it's over. But desperation makes people dangerous. You escape through a collapsing conveyor tunnel. Metal crashes around you. Dust fills the air. The factory collapses behind you. For a moment, the hunters believe you're dead. For a moment, you disappear. Level 8. The final alliance. A message reaches you. No signature, no name, just coordinates. It could be a trap. Most likely it is. You go anyway. At the location, you find survivors, not cartel members, not soldiers, people, journalists, investigators, whistleblowers, families destroyed by the war. They've spent years gathering evidence, years trying to expose the truth, and they've been hunted for it. Just like you, for the first time since the war began. You're not alone. Together you compare information. Every puzzle piece fits. Every mystery connects. The businessman isn't acting alone. Behind him stands a hidden network. Corrupt officials, corporate executives, international financiers. The cartels were merely tools, disposable pieces on a giant chessboard. The war was never criminal. It was business, and business made billions. The group has one plan. Expose everything, one broadcast, one leak, one chance. If it works, the truth reaches the world. If it fails, nobody survives. Level 9. The longest night. The operation begins at midnight. The evidence must reach a communication tower outside the city. Simple in theory, impossible in reality. Because every remaining faction is moving. The businessman knows, the hunters know, everyone knows. The roads become battlefields. Convoys collide. Gunfire erupts across entire districts. The city enters one final war. A war fought over information. You race through the chaos, past burning vehicles, past collapsing barricades, past men willing to kill for secrets. The tower rises ahead, so close. Then disaster strikes. The convoy is hit. Explosions tear through the road. Vehicles flip. Fire consumes everything. The survivors scatter. You grab the evidence and run. Alarms scream. Helicopters appear overhead. Searchlights sweep the streets. The tower is only minutes away, yet it feels impossible to reach. Every step becomes a battle. Every breath feels borrowed. But you keep moving, because too many people died to bring the truth this far. Level 10, the last survivor. You reach the tower before dawn. Barely. The evidence uploads. 1%, 10%, 30%, 50%. The hunters arrive. The businessman arrives. For the first time, you see him in person, calm, collected, untouched by war. He offers a deal, money, freedom, a new life. All you have to do is stop the upload. You look around at the burning city, at the graves left behind, at the destruction his ambition created. The answer is easy. No. The upload continues. 70%, 80, 90. The businessman realizes he's lost. For the first time, fear appears in his eyes. The truth spreads across the world. Governments receive it. News agencies receive it. Investigators receive it. The secrets escape. Forever. 100%. Finished. The empire collapses within days. Arrests follow. Accounts are frozen. Networks unravel. The machine begins to fall apart. But victory doesn't feel glorious. You stand alone on the tower, watching the sunrise, watching smoke drift across the horizon. The war is finally over. The cartels are gone. The masterminds are exposed. The city can begin again. And you're still standing. Not because you were the strongest. Not because you were the smartest. Not because you were the most dangerous. You survived because you refused to become what destroyed everyone else. The history books will never know your name. Most people will never know your story. But somewhere beneath the ruins of a forgotten war, one truth remains. Thousands entered, one survived, and that survivor was you.